HIV Pathogenesis program of the University of KwaZulu-Natal started in the late 1990s. And it was a collaboration between the late Professor Jerry Kuvadia, Professor Bruce Walker from Harvard Medical School, and Professor Philip Golder from the University of Oxford. And it started as a very small laboratory in the main medical school building before the Doris Duke Medical Research Institute building was put up in the early 2000s. But since then, the program has really grown and it has become a world-leading research institute where some of the most groundbreaking work on HIV and some of the leading discoveries on HIV immunopathogenesis have actually come out of this program. So a pathogen basically refers to any microorganism that can infect a human being. So in this case, it could be HIV, it could be a bacteria such as TB, the TB bacteria. So anything that can infect the human body and parasitize the human body is what we call a pathogen. And pathogenesis, when we talk about pathogenesis, we are really talking about the process through which that pathogen causes disease. How does it interact with the human body to cause disease? So what we do at the HIV pathogenesis program is really to understand the disease process from the time the pathogen gets into the body, how the body then tries to fight that pathogen off until somebody either gets cured or somebody might die from the infection. So that whole process is what we are trying to understand. And in the case of HIV, it is particularly complex, because unlike most other infections, the body is not able to get rid of HIV by itself. Once you get HIV, you live with the virus for the rest of your life. So it's a very complex interplay and process where the body is competing with the virus. And that whole interplay and that whole competition that goes on between the virus and the body is what we are trying to understand, so that we can then develop ways in which we can tip the balance so that the body actually wins instead of the virus winning. And that's what we are trying to do.
I am Ayanda Ngubane. We are based at Prince Mshiyeni Memorial Hospital in Umlazi. We are working for HPP, which is a research institution. We are located in Umlazi because historically Umlazi is one of the epicenters for HIV infections. HPP research is primarily HIV research. Hence, we are here in Umlazi. We have come and decentralized the clinic and brought closer to the township.
HIV is one of the most significant public health challenges that we face on the African continent, and that's how the program came about. So at the HIV pathogenesis program, what we are really trying to do is to eradicate HIV, and we do that through research that is geared towards how can we better prevent the infection, how can we treat the people that are infected and are living with HIV, and how can we cure HIV in those who are living with HIV. So that's our goal, and we do that through cutting-edge research, but we also want to build capacity so that we have the next generation of investigators who will become world leaders, not just for tackling HIV, but also the diseases that will come in the future.
So being part of this meaningful effort of focusing on HIV research is incredibly motivating for me. So currently my study focuses on the LTR, which is found in the HIV genome. And the LTR is known as the viral promoter that drives gene transcription. So previously, what other scientists, Dr. Paradise Madlala, Shah et al. 2014, discovered that there are single nucleotide polymorphisms or genetic variation that contribute to the replication of the HIV virus. So what we are doing, we wanted to check the expression or the effect of these single nucleotide polymorphisms in contributing to induced transcription activity or genetic variation.
What we know is that following treatment, HIV is able to be suppressed by treatment to the level below detection. But when people stop treatment, the virus rebounds and comes back up. So my primary focus is to try and understand where the virus is hiding and how we can actually reactivate the virus, that it may come out while people are still on treatment so that they can be cleared of the virus. That's one aim of it. And then recently I just found or received a grant that is actually seeking to do an HIV cure clinical trial. And then in this HIV clinical trial, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make sure that we block the virus in people that are living with HIV. Then we block the virus permanently, that it hides even when people they stop taking treatment. Then that means the virus will actually not come. And then that strategy of HIV cure is called HIV remission. We believe that if we can have the virus suppressed in the person and the person can go without taking treatment, and as a result that people will be cured in that way in the longer run. And that will also help because government will not have to put people on treatment, which is a treatment that they take on a daily basis.
So the program has grown so that now we have independent investigators who are all locally based, and we have a huge capacity building program where we are now training tens of PhD and master's students every year that are graduating from this program. So the program has really grown from just an international collaboration with a little bit of skills transfer to a really local and world-class research program.